var goder och dyre, vi ville bli gift, men en präst var inte enkelt och fin. Da hørte vi noe bannskap til singla i glass, og Bjørn Eidsvåg kom ramlende inn. Halleluja! Og jeg svaret ja, og Cindy sa yes, og snart lå vi der godt begge to. Jeg fortalte om Åmot og Ulvang og Sputnik, hun sa at Norge er landet mitt nå. Det er min dag i dag, herregud for en herlig dag. Det er min dag i dag. Det er min dag i dag, herregud for en herlig dag. Det er min dag i dag. Ja, det er min dag i dag, herregud for.
Hello everyone and welcome to another review by Centipede Geek. Today I have another episodic review of a TV series by the name of 666 Park Avenue, and this review is for the 6th episode of the series titled Diabolic. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So last week's episode was episode 5, and it was called A Crowd of Demons, and pretty much what happened in episode 5, A Crowd of Demons, was Peter Kramer, finally formed out of the smoke, and Peter Kramer was the man from the smoke, and he went around the Drake Hotel harassing people and killing people, and harassing Jane mainly, and Olivia, was kidnapped, and there was a chemical that was put off into her body that is making her blood act all weird, and by the end of the episode, Peter Kramer was then taken out by the birds of the hotel, and then the hotel covered its tracks and by sucking all the bodies in, making all the blood disappear, and basically making everything go back to normal in the Drake Hotel. The most interesting thing about last week's episode, episode 5 of Crowd of Demons, was that we found out about a box, and we didn't know at the time. I have a theory of what's in the box now, but at the time of last week, episode 5, we did not know what was in the box. That was the main thing. And now, with episode 6 of Diabolic, the box has now become an essential main thing. Whatever's in this box, apparently it's deadly, and it's worth a lot. It's very valuable to Gavin's character. He really wants this box. He does not want it to get out because he knows it's very deadly, and Olivia especially is fears this thing. So, pretty much at this episode, I have a little list of what written down so I don't forget. But anyways, we also found out in episode 6 of Diabolic that a minor character is introduced, and somebody is after Gavin. They want the box for themselves, and I don't think they're threatening to release what's in the box, but they want the box. And apparently it used to be his, and now Gavin stole it, and now Gavin doesn't want to get it back. And it hasn't revealed yet, but it seems that the minor character that stole the box, it seems that Gavin and this new minor character have some sort of past together, but the series hasn't quite revealed that yet. Gavin, and also in episode 6, Gavin lied to Olivia to keep her safe, you find out later on, but he lied and told her that it was not, no big deal. He didn't tell her about the chloroform that was inside of her blood, so I guess that might come into play later on in the series, though we found out that he told her the truth in this episode. Henry also gets involved a little more into politics with this one, about becoming the mayor of the town and stuff like that. One of the most interesting scenes in episode 6, Diabolic, of the TV series 666 Park Avenue, was a man gets stuck in the hallways. He betrays Gavin, and Gavin says, I have the same exact thing planned for this guy. I have the same thing planned for you. And this man now gets stuck in the hallways of the Drake Hotel. So that was really cool. That was a really, that wasn't a scary scene, but it had some good atmosphere about it. So that was a good scene. Everyone starts to believe that Jane is going crazy because, remember, the Drake Hotel, that's the main thing about episode 6, is that, the Drake Hotel covered its tracks, and now everyone believes that Jane is going crazy. No one, even her husband, Henry, does not believe her, and he's even starting to accuse her that she needs to go see someone professional, like a psychiatrist or a psychologist of some kind, because he believes, that she's going crazy. and he uses the comeback saying, your mother or your grandmother, I believe, also went crazy, so now you're going crazy, and he's using that against her. So bad on his part because it actually happened, but you have to take it from both sides of the story, right? So other things happened too, like another really nice scene was the blood on the character's chest, and the character that we portrayed, Gavin. All of a sudden, blood starts to appear in his chest, and then $50,000 becomes engraved on his chest, and that was a really nice kind of scene, just really in your face kind of scene that I really didn't expect from the series. So that was a good scene, because so far there hasn't been too much blood in 666 Park Avenue, so that was really unexpected. And so far, I'm gonna go ahead and give you. So that's pretty much what happens in this episode 6 of Diabolic for this TV series of 666. I'm gonna give you my thoughts and theories on the whole box. So we had some hints of what's in the box, and I don't know if it was a hint or if it was just telling you up front what's in the box. But for me at least, I'm pretty sure I know what's in it. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know. And you guys can let me know in the comment bar below to let you know whether or not you think I'm right or whether or not you think I'm wrong. Either way, let's see what happens. So, my theory of what's in the box was the new minor character that was introduced. Remember how they have a past together? Well, he said that apparently Gavin stole Olivia from a certain boyfriend in the past. And he said that this man that Gavin stole Olivia from, this man is now trapped in a box. And I'm thinking, hey, it's obvious. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's his soul or whatever, his ghostly soul. But somehow his entity or his soul or whatever I'm pretty sure is trapped inside this box, and they don't want it to get out, because if this entity of this man that used to have this oppression with Gavin's character, if this man gets out of the box, then he's, of course, what's going to happen. He's going to kill both Gavin and probably Olivia also, because I guess Gavin saved Olivia from this man in the past. I don't know if he was abusive or whatever, but I'm pretty sure this man, his entity, is now trapped within the box, and they don't want to let this entity out, or otherwise it'll kill Gavin and Olivia. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because in this episode, they made it very, very obvious. And I guess the other thing that happened, like I said, was that the relationship between Jane and Henry is starting to go downhill. She wants to leave the Drake Hotel and go back to Indiana, because she feels like she knows it happens, and Henry believes that she believes it happens, but he still thinks she needs to go see a psychiatrist. Now, I really thought this was a really amazing episode, though I do have a few minor complaints, and I'll talk about my complaints first. And the main complaint so far with this series is, it's not that any of these things are bad, but for certain instances like, the whole politician thing of him becoming mayor of the town, and the whole relationship between Alexis and Brian character, Brian the guy with the glasses, I feel like there's a few subplots of this series that are really distracting from the main overall plot of the series 66 Park Avenue. But it's not bad, him getting into politics. I mean, I like the plot. The Alexis and Brian thing, the whole cheating thing, punching in the face, those weren't bad things, but I feel overall they're distracting from the main story. So I have that. But overall, I really thought that the 6th episode is one of the best, if not the best in the series. And the reason I say that is, I said this last time also, but we're starting to find out a lot of stuff. Next week we'll be just about halfway into the series 66 Park Avenue, because they're planning 15 episodes for the first season, and I guess we'll find out later on if it gets confirmed for a second. But anyways, I really feel like we're just about halfway in now. We might as well say we are. We're halfway into 666, and I really feel like we're starting to find things out. I was a little hesitant with this series because I felt like at first they were going to give me just a lot of random imagery, but now, halfway into the series, we're starting to find things out, and I honestly don't have too many questions. My only question at this point now is, what is the past behind, the minor character and Gavin's character? Even though we already know that, we just don't know all the details, but we know the main gist, and that's, and maybe, a little more reference to what's in the box, but I have a pretty good idea. So I'm really enjoying this series. I really think it's a really cool horror series. Kind of like a horror, suspense, with even kind of like I feel like it's kind of sci-fi too, because of just the way things are happening. But anyways, that's my review of 666 Park Avenue. Make sure to tune in next Sunday night at 9 o'clock. Episode 7 is titled Downward Spiral. And it looked like the main gist of next week's episode was that, because if you remember, at the end of this week's episode, we found out that, which I thought it was very obvious, we found out that Jane was actually related to Peter Kramer, that was her grandmother from, 60 years ago, and I felt that was very obvious. I've known that for at least about 1 or 2 episodes ago. That was the whole necklace, him glancing at the necklace. I found out that right then. That was very obvious. As soon as he glanced at the necklace, I knew that they were related. Just me, at least. Very obvious. But anyways, it seems that that's going to come more into play about her being related to Peter Kramer. So now that she has a part in what the Drake Hotel is trying to do to these people. And that seems like what's going on in the next episode. She is starting to find out more about her past with the Drake Hotel. And it seems that the psychic girl is starting to get involved. It also seems like another subplot is becoming involved where Alexis is really trying to get into Brian's mind and she's trying to get all over him. And like I said, those subplots, I just wish they weren't there because they distract from the overall plot of the series. But without that, 666 Park Avenue is a very well done series. So this is a really good episode. So anyways, like I said, make sure to tune in next Sunday night at 9 o'clock for episode 7 titled Downward Spiral. And I guess I will see you guys then with another episodic review of 666 Park Avenue. See you guys later.